It's been the talk of the galaxy as to where Luke's lightsaber in Episode 5 went after Vader chopped it off on Bespin. We all thought it must have been lost, unless you're a fan of the EU, which dives into it in more detail, which I'll quickly segue to now. In the expanded universe, a maintenance drone wound up recovering the lightsaber in a lower air shaft, where it was then deposited in Smelting Core D. Darth Vader eventually got his hands on it, and it was later given to a clone of Luke, who was killed by Mara Jade. Seeing what she did, Luke Skywalker gave the lightsaber to Jade as a gift. Later, the weapon was returned in a Jedi temple, but for the sake of the argument, we're going to stick to what we know in the films and just look at it from that point of view, since we know Disney owns Star Wars now and they change everything. So, we all know Luke constructed his new lightsaber in Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. The green lightsaber, symbolizing the color of a Jedi Knight and Master. So we know he did not find his lightsaber after dropping it along with his hand to the depths of Bespin City. Luke ended up in the garbage chute, and when one gate beneath him opened, he was at the bottom helm of the floating city in the clouds, looking down to a world tens of thousands of miles high. It could have fallen to somehow or someone below who picked it up, or it might have just stayed at the bottom of Bespin's garbage facility, which we all know after the Empire took over the city. It could make sense that they went looking for Luke's hand and saber, meaning someone very treacherous and malevolent had it in their possession. Fast forward to today. We know Maz Kanata, Han Solo's Yoda-esque looking little friend, had it buried away in her dungeon of her cantina when it was first called to by Rey. How did Maz get it? My guess is she bought it off someone for a hefty price, or she knew a friend that hunted it down. If we look at the map, we can see Bespin is near Maz's home, which is Takodana, so it makes sense for her to come across it at some point. Now we also know that the shaft leading below Cloud City is continuous until it reaches the ground of the planet. So it could have been collected by whoever was down there, an Imperial Guard, random citizen, or someone else we don't know. Take a look at this image taken in Disneyland. It's a plaque that writes about Luke's lightsaber. It says it was recovered by a scavenger on the depths of Bespin. The scavenger could have been anyone, and depending on who it was, we won't know their intentions beyond this. So, we know that someone got it, but who?